without electric guitars, there'd be no such thing as rock
right.
music. And without rock music, well, the world would be a much duller place.
Yes, it would be. And a fascinating museum in Chattanooga tells the story of how one inventor essentially changed the course of popular music. Good Day Atlanta's Paul Milliken takes us on a musical journey to Songbirds Guitar Museum.
When you hear the words guitar god, who comes to mind? Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, maybe Paul Milliken? Okay, not Paul Milliken, but before those rock stars, in fact, before there were any rock stars, there was an original guitar god, one who, like me, didn't even know how to play.
Back in the days of swing, a guitar player played a big archtop acoustic guitar. He sat in the back of an orchestra, and he really couldn't be heard over all the strings and all the horns. And a guy like Leo Fender comes along, not a musician himself, but just an engineering, radio and TV repair guy, and sees this need to bring a guitar to the front. So he invents a very inexpensively made solid plank of wood. He was laughed at.
That story of the electric guitar, from 1940s lap steels like this to the color explosion of the 1960s, is told at Chattanooga's Songbirds Guitar Museum.
Songbirds is rock and roll history.
The man pulling the strings here is curator David Davidson.
I was fortunate to be very involved in the vintage guitar business, and over the last 21 years I worked with the benefactors to put this collection together. We specialize really in the 50s through the 70s, but we have lots of instruments here that go back to the 20s, and we have instruments that are more modern as well. We just really wanted to collect one type of guitar, and then it branched out to the next and then the next, and then we said, well, we got to fill this hole and we got to fill that hole.
The result is a collection of more than 2,000 Fenders, Gibsons, Hofners, and more, only a fraction of which are displayed at any given time.
Guitars like these two over here are known as some of the holy grail guitars of Gibson.
The rarest are stored here.
Keeps our babies safe.
In the temperature and humidity controlled vault.
This is a 1954 first-year Stratocaster that's different than every other Fender Stratocaster. And the reason why is that this particular Stratocaster was made for the gentleman who actually invented the Fender Stratocaster.
There's a story like that in every one of these glass cases. But together, the Songbirds collection tells an even bigger one. Because when Leo Fender brought the guitar out front, he helped create not only rock music, but something much, much deeper.
I can tell you where I was when I heard that the Beatles broke up. I can tell you what song I heard when I got my first kiss. Yeah. Okay, music is important. People come in here and they're looking for a memory. And we're good at that.
In Chattanooga,
we're good at helping them find that memory.
Paul Milliken, Good Day Atlanta.
That is so cool. Love that. Well, the Songbirds Guitar Museum is located at 35 Station Street in Chattanooga. It's open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays through Wednesdays, 10 to 8 on Thursdays through Saturdays, and noon to 6 on Sundays. There is a discount on admission if you buy your tickets in advance online.